Hi friends, it's Miss Crystal and today we are going to be drawing Annie Apple and her apple stand and Bouncy Ben and Bouncy Ben's bouncing ball. And just remember, when you're holding your pencil or your crayon or your pen or your marker, you've got to use those pinching fingers. So can you take your hand like this? Now let's pinch. We're going to take these two fingers up here and pinch with our thumb. Ready? Like this, like an alligator snapping. You do that? Snap, snap, snap. Good. Those are pinches. Pinch, 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 pinch. You got it. Now we're going to take our pencil or our pen or marker or crayon, and all we need to do is pick it up like this. Ta-da! There you go. Now you're ready to write. Don't forget to lean your pen on your wrist so it can rest. And you're ready. Let's start. So let's start by drawing Annie Apple and her apple stand. So we're going to make an uppercase A. Uppercase letters always start at the top. So let's make a little slide going to that side and another slide going to this side. And now we need to make a line across the middle for Annie and her apple friends to sit. Perfect. That was pretty easy. So now what I like to do is darken the letter up so it can be separate from the character. So I'll just take my black Sharpie here and let's just do this a little faster. Great, now I made it nice and thick. Time to draw Annie Apple and her apple friends. So there's 3 apples in the picture. I don't know if you guys remember that. It kind of looks like that. Okay, time to draw. We'll draw 2 apples on the bottom and 1 apple, Annie Apple, on the top. And can't forget their stem and leaves. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle shape as long as you can tell it's an apple. And Annie Apple has eyes. And her friends have eyes and a mouth too. Okay, there is Annie Apple and her apple stand. Now it is time to draw Annie Apple. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, let's start with a circle. We see Annie Apple, her letter, circle inside of it. Circle. Now let's make a little line down on the right side. Here we go, short line down. Now you know what it's time to do. It's time for us to darken up our letter shape. And we can move this a bit faster. Okay, great. Now we can draw Annie Apple. So of course Annie Apple is an apple. So she is a circle shape. There we go. Now let's draw Annie Apple's eyes. We can make 2 ovals for her eyes and kind of like a half circle or a C shape inside of the ovals. And don't worry, yours does not have to look like mine, okay? You can give her a nose and a big smile. I'm gonna make Annie Apple smile really big so you can see her teeth inside. And there are her cheeks. Your Annie Apple, like I said, doesn't have to look like mine, so just do your very best. Now let's give her a stem or a little line at the top and a leaf, another oval shape, or maybe even a triangle if you want. And let's give Annie Apple some arms. There's an arm. You can give her fingers too, because she's got fingers in the picture. And I'll do her other arm. Her other arm's kind of waving. Hi. And there's Annie Apple. Now, are we forgetting something? Oh yeah, we've got to add some color. So I went ahead and grabbed my red color pencil and my green color pencil. because I'm getting ready to color in all my Annie apples. And of course, I'm going to color in her eyes a little darker. Eyes black. And there she is, Annie Apple in her apple stand. Now it's time to show you guys how to draw Bouncy Ben. There's Bouncy Ben with his bouncing ball, and there's just Bouncy Ben with his nice puffy ears. So first we're going to start with Bouncy Ben and his ball, uppercase letter B. Okay, let's start first at the top. Uppercase letter start at the top, and we'll make a big line going down. Nice. I'll make it a little darker so you can see it. Big line going down. Perfect. Now let's jump back up to the top. Frog jump up. Whoop, just like that. Let's make a little curve to the middle and another little curve to the bottom. Ta-da! There is our uppercase letter B. Now you know what we got to do next. We got to darken it up some. All right, perfect. Now it's time for us to draw Bouncy Ben and his ball. So Bouncy Ben's got a face, he's got long ears at the top, and his ball sits kind of on top of his head. Here we go. Let's start with Bouncy Ben's face. So I can just draw a circle for his face, or even an oval shape. That's up to you. He's got 2 eyes, 2 more circles, maybe another circle or a C, a letter C inside of his eyes. Let's give him a circle nose. And now let's give him his mouth. So I'm just going to draw a line down, kind of like a J, and a backwards J. There we go. Now Bouncy Ben has a smile on his face, so let's make him smile. Good. We also got to make sure we add his whiskers. Straight lines there. Perfect. Now we're ready to make his ears. Bouncy Ben's got 2 big ears, and they're kind of like 2 long oval shapes, just like that. Here we go, 2 ears. Now it's time for us to make his bouncy ball. You can just make another circle or oval shape. It's up to you. Right in the middle there. Ta-da! There's his ball. Now you know what we need to do. We've got to make Bouncy Ben, lowercase b. There he is. So our letter is going to look a little different, but Bouncy Ben can pretty much look the same. Okay? Let's make our lowercase b. Start at the top, make that big line down. Whoop, there we go. Now we're just going to make a circle. Start somewhere near the middle and make a circle shape all the way to the bottom. Lowercase b. Now let's make Bouncy Ben's face again. You already know how to do this part. And there is Bouncy Ben without his ball this time. All right, you guys know what to do. Oh, we forgot to darken up our letter B. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we can add some color. That's right. Bouncy Ben is brown and he's got blue eyes and a blue ball. Okay, I've got my blue and my brown colors ready. Let's color. Don't forget to color his eyes. I made his eyes black, but you can make them whatever color you want. They're actually blue. I like doing black eyes. And there are my Bouncy Bins and his bouncing ball. I can't wait to see yours.